Hey guys, it's me, Kate28, and I am back for good. I have been gone for a while, and I don't really know how long it was. So right now I'm back, and I first got Clara. You all know who she is if you're a new subscriber, and I have gotten quite a few new subscribers since the time I have been gone, which I really appreciate. This doll that you're looking at right now, her name is Clara. And she's my first doll ever. She's like my first, well, she wasn't my first doll. My first doll, I don't even remember what that was. But anyway, so, yeah, she's my first 18-inch play doll because she's not an American Girl doll, so I can't really say American Girl doll. But, so I'm just going to be telling you guys some things about her story pretty much. And so, yeah, I'm going to be telling you guys, like, all about her. All about my doll collecting story, pretty much. So yeah, and you're gonna be seeing like 7 different pictures of her throughout the course of this video. So let's start. This started all the way back in October of 2010. I was at the church bazaar, and I don't know what I was at my grandma's church bazaar, and this lady was making and selling doll clothes, hats, scarves, purses, underwear, that kind of stuff. And she's like, hey, because I was 10 at the time, and so, you know, 10-year-olds and dolls, or 10-year-old girls and dolls, I should say. And so she's like, hey, do you want this doll? And I was like, sure, because, like, I had never really connected with a doll or anything. So I was like, yeah, sure. Okay, and so then, like, a week or two later, it's like 2 weeks, I think, we went to my grandma's house, and we got her and all the little clothes that came with her, and it had this like wooden thing and this box to put all the hats in and everything. So we got it, and we went home, and I would like change her and everything and stuff. It was like really fun. I'm sorry, I'm trying to stab my drink, guys. So yeah, and then it was like spring 2011-ish. Yeah, 2011-ish. Early spring, late winter. It was like late February, early March. You know, we had a really early spring that year. So, and sorry, I like kind of lost my train of thought. And so, you know, it was like spring and everything, and I would take her outside and play with her and everything. And we'd gotten her some more clothes and everything, so life was kind of more fun, even more fun than it used to be. And so then I discovered AGTube in January. I was like on YouTube, hold on, I gotta sneeze. And I had been watching YouTube since I was in 3rd grade, and I was in 5th grade at the time. And so, yeah, and so I was looking on YouTube, and I was like, oh, hey, why don't I search up AG dolls? And so I found it, and the first YouTuber, or the first video I looked at was American Girl Doll School by Buttons Valentine. It's like Buttons Valentine without the E or the N. So I watched it and stuff, and I watched like all these crafts and everything, and I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. And so yeah, and then I seen a video about a doll called Felicity, and she was retiring and everything. And I did not know what that meant at the time, so I clicked on it, and I was like, oh, this looks interesting. And so then I seen it was pretty recent, so I went on the American Girl website to see about this doll, and I fell in love with her. Like, she was so beautiful, and I knew that she would be the perfect friend for Clara. And so I begged my mom, and I asked her, and she's like, no, I'm not getting one from eBay, because I told her that she was going to be going away soon, or she was going to be discontinued. And she's like, I'm not going to buy you one from eBay because her arm might fall off like a week later. And so then, this is like the oldest trick in the book with kids. You go ask the other parent for something. They say yes. So that's what I did. I went to my dad, and I was like, yo, Dad, can I have this doll? She's going to be going away soon, so we're going to have to use eBay. And she's like, oh, yeah, sure. Because my birthday was coming up, and this was like February. This was like, yeah, February. So on my 11th birthday in 2011, I got Felicity. And oh my gosh, like, I loved her. I loved having 2 dolls. I loved that, like, Oh, I'm drawing a connection to a SpongeBob episode. It's the one wherever he gets SpongeBob, the other pet, and it's like, I mean, it's the one for SpongeBob gets the other pet, and it's all green and ugly, and he names it Puffy Fluffy, and he makes him share a room with Gary, and he tries to eat Gary. Well, this is kind of opposite, but I had the same thing going on in my mind as SpongeBob. Hey, you know, I only have one doll or pet in SpongeBob's case, so I'm going to get another doll slash pet. And you know, only Felicity didn't try to eat Claira because they kind of can't. That's physically impossible. But anyway, and so like before we went to Walmart or whatever, or before wherever we would go, I would always position them like they would be talking to each other, so that way I knew that they wouldn't be bored. So yeah, and then it was in about July 2011, and I started to think about what I wanted for Christmas that year. And so I had like a bunch of doll choices. At first, I was my master plan that I had at first was to only get Kirsten for Christmas, so I would only have 3 dolls. But no, that wasn't what happened. I seen Krissa on YouTube. It was in Girl of the Year Studios' really, really old series. Well, now it's really old. It wasn't so old then. And it was called Star Quality, and I seen her. And somebody asked what number she was, and Girl of the Year Studios, Allie or Cassie, I don't remember who it was. She was Cassie's doll, though. But so one of them replied, and they're like, oh, she's not just like you. She's Girl of the Year 2009. And so I was like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. And then I was like, okay, I want to get her. But then I seen like the Just Like You doll page, and at the time, I did not think that Just Like You number 23 looked like me. I thought that Just Like You number, I don't know, she was the one with like really, really, really dark hair, like almost black with bangs and it was straight and blue eyes. I thought that she looked like me. And so I was debating between her, Krissa, Kirsten, Just Like You number 21, and Just Like You number 28. So I didn't really know which one to get, and so I showed my dad the list of dolls that I was debating about, and he's like, so you want all of these dolls for Christmas? And I'm all like, no, I'm just trying to pick one. So I eventually ended up going with Krissa. And so after I got Krissa, I was like 11, going on 12 at the time, and my imagination was starting to go away. Like, I had to be really into playing with them. Like, I could not have any distractions or anything if I wanted to actually be able to play with my dolls like I wanted to. So yeah, well, first of all, and then like my birthday was coming up, my 12th birthday was coming up, and okay, sorry, I had to like bite off my fingernail because I have a hangnail and it's really bad, and I was like, you know, whatever, I'll just bite it off. And I'm sorry if that disgusts you, but I spit it on the trash can, okay? But anyway, back to the story. And so I was thinking about what doll I wanted for my 12th birthday because my new plan was to just have 4 dolls and everything. So, and I was like, hey, I really wanted Kirsten back then because I had pretty much eliminated number 28 and number 21 and whatever number that other doll was. I think she was number 14, but I can't be sure from my want list. And I was like, you know, whatever, I'll just, you know, get her and it'll be done. And so we got her from eBay, and she's Pleasant Company, which was different in my collection. So yeah, and I got her, and I'm not getting any more dolls, like, at all. And, you know, here it is, 2013, and Claira was used. I'm not even sure what year she was bought in, so hold on. She is at least 3 years old, if not more. She's probably like 4 years old. So yeah, that's a little history on my favorite doll, Claira. Oh, I just forgot to say this, but if you are living with like, or if you like know a kid that's like preteen, early teenager, then you probably know that ginger means redhead, and you probably know that Ginger Jesus, no religious affiliation right there. You know that a Ginger Jesus is somebody with like orange hair, and so Claira is a Ginger Jesus. Felicity is a ginger, but she's not a ginger Jesus because her hair is more brownish. But she is a ginger, so but Clara is the ginger Jesus. So yeah, bye-bye. Peace out. Thanks for listening me talk about the ginger Jesus and my other roles this time. But yeah, thanks for listening to me ramble about ginger Jesus. Bye-bye.